Okay, hopefully this syncs without me having to do any actual work. Hello and welcome to my series entitled Chatting with Chargle. For a long time, this channel has laid deserted, a wasteland of content, if you will. And I'm a little bit sad about that because for a long time, this channel was everything to me. I love to film videos, like making fun of myself and my friends and stuff like that, and just put it all together because it meant so much to me and so much to the people that were in it. And I just loved that relationship that I had with filming and editing and stuff like that, and it was a good pastime. But somewhere along the way, I just started to resent it. I think watching videos of yourself over and over again is just simply not healthy. And sorry, I'm getting distracted. Whatever. So I kind of wanted a way to talk my shit, yap away without having to deal with the consequences of editing. And for a while, the podcast really helped me do that. For those of you who don't know, my friend Bimily and I started a podcast called BM&W, and that lived on for a very long time. And it was a really good outlet for all of my silliness and stuff like that. And we really had a good time filming it and recording it every single time. But then towards the end of it, do not get it confused. BM&W is not dead. It is simply asleep. She's a beast that cannot be tamed. The world is just not ready for BM&W. But, I had, some thoughts that just weren't best equipped for the podcast, and things that I just really wanted to sit down and yap on about for any amount of time. And when I thought back to my YouTube channel, I think that a lot of the videos that brought me the most joy were the ones where I simply sat down and had no plan. The one where I was talking about why I wasn't in YouTube Rewind, I filmed that in literally 15 minutes and posted it. No editing or nothing. Same thing with my eyebrow brush video. It was just killer. And all I did was set up a camera and press record. Same thing with Flames of Paris was a little more involved because there was a script and everything. But I still loved that one. And there was one more that I can't think of right now. Oh, the My Strange Addiction video. And towards the end, I started to do these more subtle ranty videos. And the Emoji of the Month one, that one was fun too. But I still just hated editing. Can't make me do it. I think the real crossover was that goddamn Kahoot video. Loved filming it, loved having that time with my family, but it was simply a mess to edit. Just awful, and I hated it. But I was in quarantine, I had nothing else to do, so I was just going to do that. And then I really realized that all the people that are paying attention to my YouTube channel are simply my friends and my family and people who don't want me to do anything that doesn't let me have fun and be creative. So I decided that I wanted to start doing more videos like that where I can just sit down, yap my little heart away, and post it and literally forget about it. So that's what Chatting with Chargle is. I was talking with my friend Fiona Murphy, and she was saying she was writing down in her journal her rose and thorn, her good thing, her bad thing. And her good thing was chatting with Chargle. And it was very organic because we had a beautiful conversation that day about life, love's lost, things like that. And she said her highlight of the day was chatting with Chargle. And then she texted me right after. She said, if you have a podcast, name it Chatting with Chargle. And I said, well, I already have a podcast, but I've been trying to do this other thing that could be Chatting with Chargle. And I really think that's what this could be. Simply chatting with your friend Chargle. And at first I don't know how I really felt about the name because it was the tiniest little bit gimmicky, and people don't really understand what Chargle is, but Chargle is me. But then I realized I don't give a shit. I like that it's stupid and funny. It went through a little bit of variations, everyone shut up, I am speaking. That was one of them. And yeah, I guess I just kind of stopped thinking about it, and then it became Chatting with Chargle. So here I am. I don't really have like a full topic today to talk about. I kind of just wanted to introduce the idea. And if this is the first and last video, we won't talk about it ever again, but it will fully live on. And I was looking at my old YouTube channel, and anyone who looks up me, my first and last name, this channel comes up. And that's terrifying because it's stupid shitposty videos that I made throughout my first 2 years of high school, which by definition are the worst 2 years of high school. Well, freshman year was kind of fun. Sophomore year, we don't talk about that. But anyway, but then once again, I realized that the videos that I made kind of made, it made a lot to people. It meant a lot to people. So I was like, why would I take them down when I'm still kind of proud of them? Like, I edited most of them on my iPhone 6 in iMovie. That takes talent. That takes dedication. And I unpacked some great things in those videos. Like, why is it that when it's the first warm day of the year, everyone's wearing booty shorts? Are you kidding? You got to slowly transition into spring, because I know damn well you woke up this morning and you were chilly, because in Maryland, it is cold in the morning, hot as balls in the afternoon, and then freezing at night. And you do the same thing over again. Did you not learn your lesson from the year before? Did you not learn your lesson from the day before? Why are you showing up in shorts? You're going to be freezing your little ass off in the first 2 periods of the day. I can't get into this again. But like, that's the thing. I kind of want this to be a little bit of a creative space where I can sit and yap away about anything. And for the first rendition of Chatting with Chargle, this video will never see the light of day, but I recorded myself talking about Orlando, Florida, because that was top of mind recently. And I just wanted to see what this format would be. Like, am I able to hold a discussion with myself for an allotted amount of time? The answer is yes. And I think back to some of the episodes of the podcast, and the ones where I feel like Bim and I just had the most fun were the ones where we didn't have a plan. Like, there was one time where we did like a pretend breakup. Sorry, not pretend, extremely real. Everything we did on the podcast was real and not staged, but wink, wink, a pretend breakup. And we did a podcast where it was just, she did one and then I did one, and like, we weren't with each other. And I had no plan of what I was going to talk about. And you know what? I had fun. And I was worried, am I going to be able to move this along for like an hour? Because that's how long our podcasts usually were. And I did. And I was kind of proud of myself. So who's to say I still don't have enlightening things to say? Enlightening to who? I won't know. Enlightening to myself. And that's all that really matters. So I'm getting rid of the editing, as you can probably tell by my rambling currently. And I'm getting rid of the high production value. Not that my videos ever had high production value, but like the Kahoot video, I go back to that one. The Kahoot video, I tried to make it seem just so real, but it wasn't. It was my family in our basement during quarantine doing a Kahoot I had made the night before on a FaceTime call with Emily. So, you know, life goes on. But I thought, what better way to revisit this YouTube channel than in my childhood bedroom with this girl looking over my shoulder. Girl, let's get a closer look. I think we need to appreciate the sheer 2000s, the sheer early 2000s of this photograph. First of all, this frame, just beautiful. Second of all, I need you all to draw your attention to the choker that I'm wearing. I can't really hold it with one hand, but it's blue with a little bit of pink in it, and there was like a little stone in the middle, and it was of a turtle, I recall. And there used to be two. Well, I had this one, then I put another one on top of, like, I put on two, a second one. But then there's this one time I went to a soccer game, and the ref was just being a bitch and a half. Someone spat in her eggs that morning. Anyway, she made me take them off. And I was like, are you kidding? I am 6 years old, and this is a choker, and will not interfere with my gameplay whatsoever. In fact, it makes me play better. You know what? That's probably why she made me take it off. They're like, it's too much of an advantage. She needs to take off the chokers. And then also the hair wrap. Girl, I was not caught dead without a hair wrap. You best believe I was patient zero for the hair wrap craze. I just loved them. Right now I was sporting it's like a purpley pink, a yellow, and green. Just slayed. Just absolutely slayed. And the little, I'm wearing a pink camisole. This is my preschool photo. So I am probably 4 years old here. I look just adorable. I'm wearing a pink camisole and a brown cardigan on top. And my earrings are little pink flowers, like the little rhinestone flowers with a silver one in the middle, because that one's the stem. This is pre-eyebrow. As you can see, oh my goodness, I'll never understand how the camera works. But this is pre-eyebrow, pre-caterpillar. So I walked in last night. Again, tangent. Last night, Jason was saying, he was trying to say, like, what if we did this or something like that? But he goes, I don't know. He was trying to say something, but he screwed up so many times. He just goes, bah! And then starts talking again. And I thought it was the funniest thing that's ever happened, ever, in the history of anything. So, anyway, the most early 2000s photo. But I walked in one day after not being home for like 6 months because I was living in Cincinnati, and I saw this. Why do I have a picture of myself in my own bedroom? I'll never know, but we love her. And if she could see me now, can't help but think she'd be a little bit like, "Aw, that sucks." Like, I literally have a playbill wall. She'd be like, "You're not cool? You still don't play soccer?" It'd be, no, I'm the least cool. Anyway, so we got to make her proud with this new series, but I don't think this is the way that we're going to make her proud. But yeah, like, why not introduce this series in the place that it all started? And I think I'm just going to post this and not tell anyone, and then just see what happens. And weirdly enough, we all know I have a little bit of an obsession with Jacob Sartorius. I just think he is a career to follow. From Musical.ly to TikTok to YouTube and barbecue chips to whatever the hell he's doing now. I just think it's a really funny, very, very funny, what's the word? Like, case study in the MagCon boys. Because I feel like he's fully in a different plane of existence than the rest of them. Anyway, but he started doing these things too, where he just has unfiltered discussions where he'll just say, "Hey, today I'm talking about hookup culture." And I'm like, okay, let's listen. So I don't have a hookup culture topic to talk about today, but I will one day. Like, I talked about Orlando, Florida for way too long in the video that will never see the light of day. But I think I do need to take some time to introduce this topic, just so it's not like whiplash on my YouTube channel. And once again, if this is the only video I post of this nature, just disregard it, because this is for me and me only. Anyway, I'm trying to think of anything else I have to say, but the answer is I don't think I do. I really don't. I have 2 hours till ballet class. I'm excited to go back. Yeah, see, now it's getting boring because I have nothing to say. And that's what I'm scared of. Like, what if I have nothing to say one day? That's okay. You know what? I'm going to say that's okay. Because 9 times out of 10, the times where I'm in a conversation and, like, I make the funniest joke of my career are the times where I really don't know where the joke is going as I'm saying it. So you just kind of have to turn on the camera and see if magic happens. So I think that's all. I think I'm going to end it here today. And this will be the most raw, unedited video I've ever posted in my life. You know what? I am going to say one more thing. Recently, I started using the phrase farm to table to indicate, like, when you have a thought and just say it immediately, like a lack of filter. And there's someone that I know that just everything that they say is a farm to table thought, where they think it and then they say it. And there's no like filter. There's no voice in their head saying, maybe that should stay an inside thought. There's no like rejection committee for the things that they say. And I admire the hell out of that, where you're just completely your own person. And sometimes the things I say are so hurtful, but it's farm to table. You get what you get. Sometimes you get a bag of carrots, it's got maggots and fucking dirt all over it. But sometimes you get a bag of carrots and it's the best goddamn bag of carrots you've ever had in your life. That's chatting with Chargle. And you know what? I'm ending it right there.